Hi, and welcome to Yeti's Place. This is Yeti, and I'm Yeti's mom, and we're here to talk about the wonderful things that make Yeti tick. This is Yeti's Place. So I groomed Yeti over this past weekend. Tried to groom him. Wasn't too successful at it, but I did get his paws trimmed. I got the pads, like the fur underneath the pads of his feet trimmed, and I got his nails trimmed, and I trimmed the fur around the paws. He struggled with me. He did. He was very, very ticklish. He just sits there and he doesn't like that very much. But I got them trimmed, and then shortly after that, his dad brought him on a walk. And his dad said that Yeti was no longer walking like that outside because he was now comfortable outside walking around now. But they used 3 different brushes. The first one was this rake type brush that had swiveling heads on it to try to get rid of all the mats as much as possible, and to try to get the area, come here, try to get the area where his collar sits, which is like right here, and that always, Yeti, that always mats down. No, you're not going back into your hiding place. You're gonna stay here with your mom. So of course he doesn't even look like he's been groomed. So then I put that brush away after I got like 3/4 of his body. I didn't even get his belly, didn't even get his tail groomed. Oh, and meanwhile I was breaking out in a sweat and just like all grungy and gross and nasty and everything, trying to chase him all throughout the bathroom, trying to get him groomed. And then I whipped out the second brush, which was, I think I only used 2 brushes. That's all I could get through, 2 brushes. So then the other brush was this paddle brush thing, and I tried the bigger paddle brush that we have, but I just don't like how that feels on me at all. So I used a smaller paddle brush, the brush that I always used for Chewy's grooming. It can be a struggle grooming this dog because we don't have a grooming table, and we really need to get a grooming table eventually. But then how do I get him up on the grooming table? I don't know how to do it. I mean, I could try to hoist him up there, and then where do we do it? He doesn't like going downstairs into the basement. It's just a challenge trying to groom a Sammy, and Yeti does not like being brushed. Chewy didn't like being brushed either, our late Sammy. I just don't know how to get these dogs to like being brushed. So if any other Samoyed owners are out there, and if you guys have ideas for me, please let me know, because we need to figure this out. And we need to make grooming enjoyable for Yeti, because it's not that he doesn't like it, he just doesn't like sitting still for a long period of time. Oh, and then one time, it was summertime and it was raining outside, and it had stopped for a little bit. So we let Yeti go outside in the backyard. We just let him like go free in our backyard, which is all fenced in and everything. So we unhooked him and let him decide to roam in our backyard. So Yeti was back there for 2 minutes. That was all that he was back there for, just 2 minutes. And Yeti started digging in the dirt by the house and dug this giant, huge, massive hole. Now it had stopped raining, but it was muddy outside and it was wet, and 2 minutes was all it took to get him looking like white and poofy and beautiful to this picture. It was very scary. Yeah, do you remember that, Yeti? You remember how filthy dirty you were? And he was just standing there like, look at me, Mom, I'm beautiful, I'm all dirty. I am super, super dirty and you can't do anything about it. So I got mad at Yeti for getting all dirty, and I told his dad, you are going to give him a bath. And so I gave Yeti's dad the white dog shampoo. Yeah, you remember that white dog shampoo, don't you? Yeah, you do. And I stuck Yeti and his dad in the bathtub, and I had them shampoo and tried to get Yeti rinsed as Yeti was moving all over the bathtub, trying to break free of his dad. Then he crawls out of the bathtub then, you know, after he's been rinsed and groomed and everything else, This is the debris that was left in the bathtub after Yeti was bathed. It was just nasty, beyond belief nastiness. And Yeti, of course, after he was bathed, it takes a long time to dry a Sammy. Like, we had the towel wrapped around him, and we were like, you know, going like this with the towel and trying to get all the layers of him dry, and it just was not working at all. And I chased after him with the hairdryer. Well, he doesn't like hairdryers very much, and I have another story about that, which I will tell at a later date, about Yeti and hairdryers, how excited those make him. And just trying to get him dry, at least just tolerable dry. Well, it takes him 24 hours to get dry. And we are going to work on the grooming of the dog to try to get him to like it a little bit more, aren't we, sweetie? Yes, we will. And you will enjoy it as we get going. Maybe. Hopefully, fingers crossed, he will like it a little bit more. But anyways, so Yeti and I are signing off for the night. So good night, everybody. Good night, good night, good night. And we will see you later on. Bye. Yeti, say goodbye. Bye-bye. And thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe.